Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what the feeling when you ride it like away. Crash it so the sparks can come together. Don't need a reason why the universe was made. It goes on and on and on and on forever. And it's a long flight on this battle star where we fight for love no matter where we are. Oh, 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 oh.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Tigers coming in at 3-1, going up against the Ravens, who come in at 4-0.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Tigers. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. First and 10. Brennan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Second down, here's Fournette. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Throwing on first down. Brennan. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
From the gun on third down, Brennan. It's brought in by Dodson. 23 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, Brennan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Screen play, Johnson. Finding room at the 30. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll drop the throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught at the 8. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it with Johnson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. Oh, now he bowls him over. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that will help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one short.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
A good pickup there at 22. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed. Blue.
Now back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins.
Over. Detroit. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Watch number 29. All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 40, the 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On play action, they'll throw. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw on second down. Brennan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They go to Johnson again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They're going to look to throw. He finds Coleman. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Second down following the incompletion. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First and goal at the 3-yard line now.
Let's go. Green 39. Go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Shipped together here from the D-line. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So that's their 3rd trip to the red zone, but all they have to show so far is 2 field goals.
Tough sledding in this game for the offense. They get to the red zone. Normally you count on a minimum of 3 points in each red zone trip. Not so far in this game.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? Because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Off the bootleg. Brennan. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Fournette, a first down carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And some room to work. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A handoff, Fournette running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Off play action. Brennan to the right side to Eric Ebron. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A first down carry here for Johnson. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. They'll throw now on the final play. Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the others. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Underneath for Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll set up to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So it's a third field goal for him now, and he's accounted for all 9 of their points thus far.
And he's definitely keeping them afloat. But we say it so often, field goals are not going to win you games in the National Football League. They've got to find ways to start... capitalizing when they get down near the red zone.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Ebron caught left side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll toss it to Fournette. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Fournette. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. He'll drop to throw. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense. And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right? Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out. Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. You can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught. You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Coleman. 15 yards through the air and a first down. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game. I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he? I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. Down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
All right, now look at 56.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They go play action here on first down. They'll buy some time right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked up a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're blitz coming, and down he goes.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
And he nearly broke that for more. But as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And it is good, and the lead will swell to 9. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the wideout in motion. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. It's King. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, They play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Now back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on. They just play better and better.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And the Ravens taking the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkle.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full.
And now it's blocked. And all the defense has it. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They're going to look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds Coleman. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. look to throw here on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Coleman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
No, check. Check. Blue line. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.